What's up, Power Fam, and welcome back to my channel. So y'all, imagine little old me being big old me at work, minding my own Georgia business, and I look down at my dashboard for YouTube, seeing my last famous video going crazy. I'm like, whoa, hey. So thank y'all so much. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that y'all enjoy Power as much as I do, and especially Raising Kanan. Raising Kanan just might be my favorite spinoff show. Yeah, for sure. If Power Force would have kept that same energy that it had on its last season, it could have been Power Force. But Power Force didn't get good to me until the last season. Last season was fire. Anyway, so speaking of fire, I want to share with y'all my favorite famous theory, okay? Keep in mind, we never saw Famous die, which I don't appreciate. A light-skinned arm sticking out the side of the mattress does not count. Like, what the fuck? And then, you know what really bothers me about this, though, is they had the nerve to give us a whole ass episode telling us what happened to him. He was like 3-4 years old. Daddy done lost his mind. He was like, what, hitting and beating on the family or something like that. And they had to go into the shelter. Y'all telling us everything but what happened to Fame. I don't care what happened to him at 3-4 years old that sent them to the shelter. I care more about what happened to him at 18 years old when this nigga went out to 7-Eleven for a can of Coke and never came back. That's what I care about. So, anyway, we never saw him die. Y'all remember when they had that little thumbnail of Marvin pointing a gun at the back of somebody's head, and all they showed us was like that little piece of an ear and a little S curl? Y'all remember that? And y'all content creators was going crazy, and I was in the comments going crazy too, because I could have sworn that was Fame. But yeah, man, they cheated us. We know that. But we never seen the man die. So keep that in mind, okay? We also never seen a funeral. I mean, they had like that janky memorial at the club, but I mean, that was more like a kickback to me. They just so happened to put a picture of Famous up. You know what I'm saying? But that felt like a total last minute, no budget kickback. So basically all we have is secondhand information. We did see the mom down there with, was that Detective Dan? Was that Detective Dan? Oh, I gotta go back and see, y'all. I can't remember if that's Detective Garcia or not. But we did get a scene of her, probably because I was so fucking traumatized finding my nigga under a mattress. The fuck? Y'all, no, stop playing. Stop playing, like, for real. Stop. Y'all did not get us that emotionally invested in this dude just to find a portion of the arm sticking. That still don't sit right with me. They know they're wrong for that. But we seen the mom viewing the body. Great acting, by the way. That scene, her little face started doing that little tremble like she was having a seizure or something. And we wanted to see that too. Like, why they kept cheating us? Like, damn. Everybody seeing him but us. So, yeah, keep that in mind, y'all, with this theory that we never saw a body, we never saw a funeral. And I mean, like, the funeral that, like, Lou had. Like, that shit was real. That shit wasn't no kickback. You know what I'm saying? And we never got an on-screen confirmation. The mom thing, though, that's pretty strong, because I feel like she pushed him out. So if anybody gonna know their child, that's, you know, that would be his mom. But at the same time, this bitch kind of loony too, because didn't she get Fame up in the first fucking place? She found the gun in his stash. I want to say it was in his closet or something like that. And then she turned the shit in. Like, what the fuck? What kind of shit? If Franklin's mama in Snowfall didn't kill Teddy before he could give the bank his PIN number, Famous mom would be like at the top of my list when it comes to worst mothers, okay? Next to Mommy Dearest, because what in the fuck? So, anywho, my favorite theory, y'all. This is my favorite theory, and it makes sense. What if, I'm gonna throw the what if out. I'm gonna just say it. Famous did not die. Famous is in jail. And that's why he just abruptly fell off the face of the earth, because he is in jail. Think about it. Fame really was already in trouble for real. Mama went to the police and gave him up over that gun and report. You know how mad I be at my mama? Like, what? And you ain't even asked me first? You know what I'm saying? Now you done got a third party involved. Like, come on, man. And we all see how Ronnie was, why he was looking at Fame like that. Like, he just wanted Fame so bad for no reason. Like, that was weird. But anyway, so Fame was already in trouble, y'all. He killed Kenny. No, he killed Freddie though. And since he was connected to that situation, because remember, Freddie bled out in the hall, and then the blood went across the hall into like the neighbor's door. Go look at that scene, y'all, if y'all ain't seen that. I mean, damn, even Freddie had a death scene on camera. Hey, that shit was funny though. He said, why the fuck would I do that? When Faye was trying to, so for y'all who don't know, first of all, I'm sorry that I spoiled all of this for y'all. But for y'all who don't know, Fame, he was trying to rob Freddie, because I believe it was Freddie and his crew that robbed him and Kanan. Plus, Fame needed money to pay his rent. Once again, we can blame the mama for this. But anyway, disagree with me in the comments though, but I mean, come on now, like, the fuck. Yeah, so Fame basically caught up with Freddie and drew the gun out on him and told him to basically, get that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And Freddie looked at him like like a joke. He was like, why the fuck would I do that? And Fame was like, tell him, cause I'ma smoke you, nigga. Cause I'ma smoke you, that's why. And Freddie was like, you ain't gonna do shit, Famous. Bitch ass voice. Oh man, that is iconic. That line, bro. Bitch ass voice. Not bitch ass nigga. It's that bitch ass voice. Oh my God. And so Faye was like, it ain't gotta be like this. It ain't gotta be like this, man. It ain't gotta be like this. And Faye was like, as soon as you pulled that shit out, it was gonna be like this. Hey, that shit was hard though. Say what y'all wanna say, but Freddie held that shit down to the end. And the end was right around the corner, because Fame let it go. And then, yeah, he got Fred up out of here. And that's how the song 411 came about. And if you watched my last video, you know I love that song. That's my shit. Anyway, that shit hit like sweet potato pie on a Sunday. But anyway, so yeah, Freddie, he started bleeding out on the floor, and the blood went across the hall into the neighbor's unit. And Fame had darted, he had got up out of there. But then we seen like the door kind of creak open real slow. Y'all peep that? That one kind of creepy. Go back and watch Freddie's death scene, y'all. And y'all will see when he laying there in the hallway, the blood is dark as hell, and it creeps. It goes to the other side of the hallway, and it slips up under the door. And then the door start creeping open like real slow, like on some Jeffrey Dahmer type shit. I don't know. Anyway, But my point is, Fame was already in trouble because we don't know who witnessed that murder. You know what I'm saying? Or anything like that. So, I mean, he was clearly connected to that situation. And then when his mama gave the gun up on, like, and the gun, just the same gun that was used to kill Freddie, which, wait a minute. My boy Fame, like, why did you hide the gun where you lay your head at? You supposed to get rid of that, my brother. All you around is G's or like niggas trying to do G shit, bruh. You should have got some advice. But I understand because being a kid, especially a teenager, I mean, logical sense is, you know, let me put that shit in my room. Let me put that shit in the shoebox, you know? But yeah, so Fame was already in trouble, you know? And the police were already asking him questions. And the reason why this is important, y'all, because Fame wasn't saying shit. Like, say what y'all want to say. Like, yeah, Fame wasn't built for the streets, right? That's why we fuck with him. Like, because I don't know about y'all, but I know a lot of us, including myself, know people who literally come up in that environment and they just not built. They not built for the shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? They just want to live their life, go to school, do whatever, come home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're not built for the streets. So, but Fame held that shit down in the interrogation room. He wasn't snitching. He wasn't throwing Kanan under the bus. Nothing. He was like dead in that shit. So that's why also if the two cops really did kill Fame, I remember the detective saying that Fame was tortured. So that made me think about Brandon from The Wire. For anybody who watches The Wire, Brandon was Omar's right hand, okay, for lack of a better word. We just gonna leave that like that up. But when Brandon got kidnapped, he didn't give Omar up, and they tortured the fuck out that boy. They gouged his eye out and everything, and then they decorated him on top of the car for everybody to see. But yeah, y'all can look that up too. The Wire, Brandon's death. So that made me wonder, like, okay, well, if the cops did kill him, did he go out like Brandon, like in order for him to be tortured? You know what I'm saying? Because Fame was not about to give Kanan up. No way. Even though Kanan treated my dog like shit, like, I ain't appreciate that either. Because, yeah, I ain't appreciate that shit either, folks. I can't wait for Marvin to beat your ass, nigga. Anyway, so yeah, I believe that is the real reason why Fame disappeared, is because he was arrested very soon after that whole interrogation situation. He was arrested for the death of Kenny because, again, they have the evidence. They had the same gun that was used. And they probably had witnesses, and it probably was that Jeffrey Dahmer neighbor from across the street, aka across the hall, that put Famous there. And remember, y'all, Freddie called Famous out by name. Remember? You ain't gonna do shit, Famous. Bitch ass voice. So he already threw his name out there. So yeah, and that would explain why the writers left it so vague. And this is why the ending feels so incomplete. Because it's not complete. And so my hope is that we see Fame again. And maybe it won't be Antonio, right? Maybe it'll be an older gentleman, if they don't go get the same gentleman that I'm about to tell y'all who I think it is. Now, if y'all have already been following the show, y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. And OG Power Kanan was in jail and his cellmate was Puerto Rican. And he called him K. The Puerto Rican dude called Kanan K. In Raising Kanan, Famous always, well not always, but for the most part, he called Kanan K. And you could tell by the scene that they were comfortable with each other. They were playing chess together. And then they ended up, this is the part where I said earlier, like, it's only one reason that would make me hope that this theory isn't true. Because they got into like a little brotherly scuffle. Like, you could tell it wasn't, serious. It was like a brotherly love tap. You know what I'm saying? But 51. And I didn't appreciate that either, because I'm like, damn, if this is Fame, nigga, you still letting Kanan like son you for real? Fuck out of here. Anyway, so yeah, I believe that is Famous that we see in OG Power. I mean, come on, showrunners, are y'all listening? Like, and the thing about it is, I keep trying to think of how it happened though. So if we go back to my song, my jam 411, he talks about should he confess. Like, he was talking about like getting it off his chest. So it was already there that he was feeling guilty about the murder and that it was haunting him and that he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he had already thrown it out there, like, should he just confess to it? So my mind spins on two scenarios. Number one, after they left that interrogation room, he already knew that his mama gave up the gun to them and shit like that, whatever. He was like, fuck it, I guess I'll take my chances, because he knew it was only a matter of time before they figured out the murder. So he went on the run, and they ended up catching up to him, locked his ass up. That'll explain why ain't nobody heard from him. I think Jessica mentioned that she called every hospital, and she might have mentioned that she called every jail. If she did, she lying. No, I'm just playing. If she did, my reason would be is because he skipped town. He went on a run and he left the state. New York, niggas go to Jersey all the time. Like, literally. Like, I know folks who live in Jersey but go to New York to go to work because they're so close. I know people who live in New York but go to Jersey every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's not impossible. I was gonna say, let's not act like like y'all challenged me on it. Like, let's not act like it ain't possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and so it takes time to get extradited back to the state that's, where you have that warrant. So that's how I would explain that. Either she lying, or he had fled the state, so he just hadn't been extradited back to New York. Okay. The second thing was, if he did not go on a run, he turned himself in. The guilt got to him. We already said he wasn't built for the streets. And he was just like, fuck it. Like, this is totally consuming me. I can't eat. I can't think. I'm just about to turn myself in. And when he went down there to turn himself in, they probably tried to get him to talk about Kanan and shit again. But since he didn't do that, there was nothing to fucking show. But we would have loved to have seen it though, right? Because that's really what we want to know too. It's not even the fact that could he be dead. Because could he be dead for real, y'all? Like, yeah. Because this Power, they do fucked up shit all the time. And the shit don't even like... Sometimes they do shit and it's like, bro, you clearly only did this so we would not be able to predict this. And this shit was super whack. You should have just let us been right. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so therefore, because Famous didn't rat or say anything about Kanan. There was nothing to film. So they just said, all right, cool. We're just going to get you for what we got, which is the Freddie murder. Send him off to jail. And that explains why when Kanan got locked up and he ended up being cellmates with him, he was cool. Because Kanan, I don't see Kanan being cool with somebody that snitched on him. And I definitely don't see him naming his son after somebody that snitched on him. I just don't see that. Now, Kanan could think that Fame is truly dead by the time OG Kanan gets to prison. Because right now, he does think that Famous is dead, right? But I'm talking about down the line, down the timeline. Maybe he has little run-ins with the law and he ends up finding out that Fame is in the system. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I think. I think that Famous and the Puerto Rican dude that we saw in OG Power, I think they are the same people. I think that even though Fame wasn't built for the streets, I think that he still was a loyal ass friend and he held Kanan the fucker down. And what else? I would just say this to the writers, like, y'all could definitely turn this whole Famous story around and y'all can really flip this into being just one big ass misunderstanding. Like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause let's not act like this whole series wasn't built on misunderstandings and miscommunications, like I said in my previous video. I'm just saying, this timeline, it would be very possible for y'all to bring Fame back, especially if we talking about legacy. Fame could be getting out of jail. He could be getting out of prison in Legacy. Whew, damn, that's a long ass time to be locked up. But it's murder, so it's possible. I'm just saying, am I right or am I right? Like, it's possible as shit. We are looking at the same person years apart, y'all. Well, I'm sorry. We're looking at the same character years apart. And don't Power Love long time reveals? Yeah. Don't characters disappear and reappear all the time? Except for you, Unique. Don't do it. Please, Unique, do not reappear. Y'all know how stressed out I was just trying with all my might to keep him alive, just by feeling an energy and positive and positive thinking. Unique, don't come back, because your ass will not leave you come back, and I'm not trying to take them type of chances, okay? But generally, characters disappear and reappear all the time, and sometimes they stay hidden for years. Shit, we might fuck around. If Rock don't die, we might fuck around and see her in Legacy. Yo, Legacy better be popping. Legacy, they better have all the best writers on deck. They better have all... They need to have some of the content creators on board too. Ugly ass niggas. Fucking Mr. Power Universe. Movie Bot. Nate Almighty, I think that's what it is. Top Notch, MoDOT, all of y'all, shit, me, fuck. But yeah, y'all, could Fame be dead? I mean, he could, but my theory is so much more better, like so much better. Bottom line is, we never saw the body. So we can't, as the audience, we can't say that, you know, this nigga is really dead. You know what I'm saying? Because my thought is that he ain't under no mattress. He under a stele. And they could easily say that that was a mistaken identity. Damn, you know how fucked up they gotta fuck your face up for your own mama to say that that's you? That's crazy. But yeah. And... yeah, I'm just basing it out the fact we didn't get no on-camera death scene and they gypped us. And actually, showrunners, Power, whoever, Power Mama, Power Daddy, whoever, it's not too late to give us an on-screen death of Famous. Get Antonio back on the set. Wait, what's his name? I think Antonio. Yeah, I think it's Antonio Ortiz. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. But please know I know your name. But get your ass back on the set. Film the death. Then y'all can give it to us in flashback scenes in origin. The fuck? Tell us, show us exactly what happened. That's how you clean this up, y'all. This is how y'all clean this up. Fuck. You're welcome. But y'all let me know what y'all think. That is my most favorite famous fan theory is that the guy in the jail cell and OG Power and the Famous that we see here are the same person. Famous is not dead, y'all. He just made a mistake that literally cost him a lot of time. And if he steps out that bitch, look, if he step out that bitch hard as fuck in Legacy, whoa. Because honestly, the way they describe Tommy in his youth sounds like it's closer to Fame. Because Tommy was being bullied and yada yada yada, and then Ghost stepped in. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't know. I'm already kind of seeing the and y'all saw how Tommy turned out. Like I said, Power Force would have been my favorite spinoff, but that shit was just whack and just fucking whack and just fucking whack as shit until the last season. And that fight between Diamond and Tommy, like, I'm gonna end this because this is about Fame, but that's the kind of fight I was expecting from Lou and Kanan. The fuck? That's what I was expecting. Something, you know? But that's it for today, family. I appreciate y'all so much for watching my video and listening to me running my mouth. Let me know what y'all think about this theory. This is my most favorite theory, y'all. Like, this is my most favorite famous theory. I want to invite y'all to come back and I think tomorrow midnight or Thursday midnight, episode 3. Yeah, so far episode 1 of season 5 has been the best, of course, but yeah, I'm ready for Juke to get up on that ass. And I'm waiting for Marvin to lay up the smack it down on Kanan's candy ass. Goodbye. I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Be blessed.